sisters.
Good evening.
If you don't need it, y'all want to use it because it's part of the stuff. So put it out here, and it wouldn't be economically feasible to let it go to waste. Nature hates a vacuum. Everything has a purpose. Nature abhors. That's the actual quote. I forget who said it. It wasn't me, but I think it's a quote. I propose for this environment. Before I go in, Professor Dowling suggested that we put on these kind of clothes. And I was going to wear shoes. You understand? But it rained and my shoes are suede. So economically speaking, it made sense. Okay, I got the white shirt coordinate. You understand? And see the social aspect, like the give and take right here. This is part of our economy that we take lightly. And when we hear the word economics, like we always think dollars, cents, supply, demand. But it's sociological in nature. I wrote some of the definitions down. God, I'm a college student now. I've learned how to research and cite sources. So I'm going to share just a little touch of that with you before I go off into my own tangent about economics and how they're relevant to specifically brother and sisters as well. We're going to go to the definitions. All right. This is from a place called Investopedia, Podium online. It says a social science that studies how governments, firms, and nations make choices on allocating, keyword, scarce resources to satisfy their unlimited wants. Scarce resources, unlimited wants. Let's reconcile that. Okay, let that matter. It's often referred to as the dismal science. Why is economics referred to as the dismal science? Maybe it has something to do with scarcity, resources, and unlimited means. It's a sad situation. Okay? It also says it's the science that deals with the production, distribution, and consumption of goods and services, or key Boolean phrase here, right? Or the material welfare of humankind. Why do we have to choose between the two? It didn't say and, it said or. I'm coming back to that. I got the big one right here. This is, it says, the social science that studies the behavior of individuals, households, and organizations with the manage or use of scarce resources. Once again, there's that word, scarce, which have alternative uses. I'm going to stop for a minute. Like when we use the dishwashing detergent for bubble bath, that's economics. You know, alternative uses for the same thing. Get the most yield out of whatever is available. Yes. To achieve desired results. Agents that mean components of people involved in of this are assumed to act rationally. Oh boy. Have multiple desirable ends in sight, limited resources to obtain these ends. Again, limited resource, scarce, dearth, all right? And a set of stable preferences, and a definite, here comes the home run, and a definite overall guiding objective. We must define what the point is, objective. And the capability of making a choice. The capability of making a choice. So, here, the flyer showed Black Wall Street. Did anybody see the flyer? Oh, the principle I'm dealing with, the point of reference was Black Wall Street, where it was proof positive of our successful endeavors with economics. All right? I'm talking about brothers and sisters. Those are code words, brothers and sisters. You understand? I'm talking to y'all. They had the ability and capability to make informed decisions. You understand? It was a culture that had developed there, like that. Oklahoma was a place where the slaves had escaped to prior to the 1863, right? And some of them wound up being owned by the indigenous peoples in that territory as a matter of political expedience. You know what I mean? Maybe some of that chattel stuff was going on, but it was a minimal. It was like, this is their land, And they'll claim us as we got there as a sort of like barrier or buffer between us and the pursuers. You understand? And ultimately they will adopt us into the tribes. Specifically Creeks and Seminoles. Those are the tribes. You can look that up. Okay? And ultimately, and it didn't know fear. It didn't know fear. So the economic of that environment had to do with making the most of the resources available to you without the outside influence of the oppressor. Okay? And then when the oppressor settled in town nearby, they seen how it was like a baby Egypt. If you could imagine Egypt with the white pyramids shining all over, and the Arabians and the Greek and everybody see that thing far away, and they would come there and then try to, you know what they did. The same thing happened on a smaller scale in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and it happened quicker, a lot quicker. And they classified it as, if you look at Wikipedia, Wikipedia is not a scholarly source.
No.
Because if you look it up in Wikipedia, Wikipedia calls it a riot. That is inaccurate. It was an invasion. It was a conquest.
Yes.
It was an concerted effort to crush people.
Yes.
And this, why I don't want to dwell too long on the because I get emotional about it. You understand? But the point I'm trying to make to you is that economics is like it's a social science. You see, because in the definition it talked about the study of, and I'm gonna get it again, behaviors. It talks about behaviors, right? It cultivates behaviors. Fear, and the response to it is a behavior, and they gauge it. Same way your self-esteem is based on fear, and you'll watch TV and they'll say you're not good enough until you get this product, and you'll believe it. Imagine the signals our psyche got. I'm talking about black people. I'll say it out loud. That our psyche got as a result of the experience we got with success in Oklahoma. They lynched a town. They didn't just lynch one person. And I'm sure there's other examples of this all over the country. That just was the most prime example that I could come up with on short notice. I'm sure I could detail more. But again, my point to the economics is the socialization process that predisposes people to decisions. It's almost like post-hypnotic suggestion, where the mob mentality would ensue. Everybody's values have been spoon-fed them. And fear is a major factor when it comes to our lack of entrepreneurial pursuits here. There's a stat. I'm going to share with you this. There's a stat here that I looked this up, and I got the source too. There's a stat here from the Journal of Labor Economics, and that's in JSTOR. That's academic, right? By a guy named R.W. Fairley. And the thing is, black men are 1/3 as likely to be self-employed as white men. Why? Why? Do we not think we can do it? Or the reality of the climate we live in, where it's a hostile environment and most of small businesses need loans. So our mindset is that they ain't going to give it to me no way. By and large, lots of us feel this way. I don't know. I can't speak for everybody in the room, but I never tried to get a loan until I was over 50 years old. And I got it, but who knows, Yeah, so the climate, they contribute to the climate. So I'm trying to tell you, or share with you now, that economics is is making the most, it's making lemons out of lemonade. Lemonade out of lemons. It's making the most out of what you've got available to you in a moment. And that means your time, your energy, you understand? And to cultivate it in a black community, we have to restore faith in one another. You understand? Because like we have, I'm going to use Malcolm's words, bamboozled. Because they sold us Martin Luther King in a six-pack. Intoxicated us with this holding hands and singing Negro spirituals with little white boys and white girls. You understand? I ain't got nothing against little white boys and white girls, but that was not Dr. King's message. Dr. King had a message of power, economic empowerment. You understand? But we have allowed ourselves to buy the soundbite that they tell us repeatedly about that, and we don't seem to think color counts anymore. Matter of fact, it's less than color counting it's like your color counts less. I'd rather do business with another color than my own. This self-hatred contributes to the dismal science of economics going down in our community. It has to come with a mindset that I am just as good as them, that you are better than them. You could be a better deal for me than someone other than us. But this is not a reality, at least not a critical mass worth of people think like this. I don't believe that. And I believe in order for our economic base to change, our mindset has to change.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
You ain't never lied.
This is where I'm at. Those people who established that thing in Greenwood, Tulsa, Oklahoma, our ancestors who did that in the middle, right there, right before the Depression, and was still thriving.
Yes.
They did that without fear. Problem I see, and this is my uneducated assessment, is that they were naive because they didn't have a military or an army. They lost in that time because they couldn't. They figured we ain't bothering nobody. We just minding our business. And nothing against the people who call themselves Jews, but they got B'nai B'rith and other paramilitary organizations patrolling their own streets. They got their own yeshivas and everything. And ain't nobody attacked them, firebombed them, dropped bombs and planes on them, came to the town recruiting every white person nearby just to let's go kill them and take their stuff. That didn't happen to them because they have an organized paramilitary force at the ready at all times. They got black Suburbans and long beards and long coats. You don't know what's under them coats. You know you don't know what's under them. So you ain't messing with them. All right? Here. I'm not going to take much longer, but I have something else here. Oh, yeah. And we're going to talk about Black Wall Street again. Tulsa, Greenwood. All right? It's Greenwood, Tulsa, Oklahoma. It says, in that time frame, now this happened in a week. Less than a week, this happened. They showed up and blew us up. They killed over 300 people. They looted and burned over 40 blocks. 40, you know that's 2 miles. That's from here to the Bronx. Can you imagine? And we had schools, hospitals, churches, 150 solid businesses. It says 1,265 total structures used to be there. And when it was over, it was 300 dead people and a lot of smoky buildings and black people wandering around like the story of Moses and Exodus. What happened? What did we do? How did this? Why? Why? So they scattered. They tried to reestablish. Some people did, but by and large, it was lost. And I'm saying, it's like, before I move on, they have millionaires. Do you understand what millionaire means in the 1920s? That's billionaire today. Anybody disagree? They had many. They had over 30 millionaires in the town, in one town. And when the people came and tore them banks up and everything, they took their money. It was their banks. And has no prosecution been done on it because they called it a riot, as if we started it. Don't get it twisted. Economics is the mindset. They had the proper mindset, except they didn't have the military mindset. You understand? So we have to function as an organized military mindset. We don't need to go to war, but we have to be disciplined in our approach and not naive. You know what I mean? And we have to take risks with one another, for one another. If we don't take a risk for one another, who gonna do it?
Yes.
Take a chance on me. I hear about Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa is an economic thing. You know, it's the social principles. You share the harvest at the end, collective, cooperative, all those catchwords in there. And I've been to many of Kwanzaa ceremonies, and I've never seen the fruit. They have a lot of lip service. People who could put on some kente cloth and say, Kujilaka Waga, or how do you say it? Somebody help me. Yeah, Kujilaka Leah. Yeah. People can say that, but they don't do that. They don't do it. And I'm not saying exclusive. Now, I don't say leave anybody out. That's not what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, if you come to the table, you're playing fair, you're playing right, you know what I mean? Fine. But it will have to come a time where we won't have so much fear in us as black people that we won't be ashamed to put black on a store. You know what I mean? You have, bodega don't have to say Spanish. Bodega is Spanish. You know, when the Spanish person see bodega, you know, we in there. Korean National Bank, Banco Popular, you understand? Yeshiva, University. There people know, oh, we in there. We got nothing to say that. And it's our trepidation of us appearing like we don't want to sing songs and hold the white boys and white girls' hands, that they sold us that we won't do it. I say we got enough millionaires in our, and I don't even call it community, because, you know, that's an oxymoron. But we got enough millionaire black people, right, that they could contribute on a whole nother level. You can invest in us by just opening up shops here. Where's the Rick Ross computer class? Where's Puffy's chicken wings? Dougie Fresh got a spot up the block. Like, how much could that cost? Investment. So you don't think we worthy. We don't think we worthy. And we buy into your values. And you tell us we, you know them names. This is a scholarly environment, so I'm not going to use those words. But you know the words that they throw around haphazardly, indiscriminately. And then you got 6-year-olds claiming it. 8-year-olds running around. You know, babies twerking. You understand? Like, economics got something to do with all of that. See, the economic is your self-worth. If you got self-worth, if I got self-worth, I won't settle for less. And I will give my best. And Dan will come next. But till we find this place, I think our collective economics and what's called the black community will be the truest representation of what the slang word for economics is, a dismal science. So maybe if we could get some of that, help me again, Felicia? If we could get some Kujichagulia, you understand? We can take the dismal out of our science. You understand? We need that. And I got to share this with y'all. Like, I came to Brother quite by accident. I was going to a speaker series to make up for a snow day, right? And Brother wasn't it, but I didn't know. When I got in the room, this was the place to be. So I told my professor when I went back to class what I did. She said, well, just write about that. And I've came back every opportunity I got since then. And in there, I found kindred spirits. I found people with similar anger issues, similar confusion, similar hopes, similar dreams, similar predicaments as me. And, you know, I can't. And with all that similarity, a lot of us is in different places. You know, we're totally different lifestyles even. But we share that common core of issues. You know what I mean? And I don't believe there's another place like this. If there is, it's another secret. They need to get them some flyers. We need to reach out to them. Okay? All right? But so I don't want to like monopolize the whole time, but it's here, the title, The Essentials of Economics. I might not can give you the particular like elements of economics, but I can tell you that it is essential that we understand that it's more than dollars and cents. You know, it's human value, our own. Thank you.
Yay! Great job. Great job. Great job.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor to be here in front of such amazing people. Dr. Daphne, Professor Salvador, Professor Doko, Professor Downey, and our guide, George.